What's good, YouTube? Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? You guys ready for the weekend? There we go. Doing very well. Ready to play some City Skylines and continuing Chestnut Valley. I gotta say, I'm really enjoying the city that we've been creating. Really taking my time and enjoying everything. Enjoying the process. I gotta say that City Skylines 2 is being a very enjoyable experience. Hey Mark, hey Hamin, hey Samuka. Thank you all for being here tonight with me. So, without further ado, let's start the main gameplay. Okay, so this is what we have been building. So just in case you've missed the last couple of live streams, this is the city that we've started last Sunday. So it's still in its early stages, so very modest. Only 2,700 population. We started by building this downtown area, and I think the plan here will be to, because we've zoned everything with low density residential, and as we extend the city further, we are going to turn this into the proper downtown for the city, and we will eventually replace these buildings with higher density buildings and also offices. Perhaps this can be the core downtown area of the city. And as we expand further, to this side and also to this side, perhaps we can make some suburbs, and also to this side as well. Perhaps I can even make other high density areas in these margins, these sides of the river. Still haven't decided about that. And besides this little area here, we've also built some specialized industry, and these are just grain farming industries, so a couple of them. And we will eventually extend these industries all the way along the coastline of the river, because this area is actually very rich in fertile land. So I think we can make a continuous farmland area around here. So at least that's what I have in mind. So this is what we've done on the first live stream. And then yesterday, on the most recent live stream, we have built this piece of infrastructure. So what this is basically, this is the layout for our main generic industries. So initially, when we've started the city, we've built them here, in this temporary layout. But as we unlock more city tiles, we figured out that we should move it to a more adequate location, because this area is going to be residential eventually. So I'm starting to relocate it to this area. It was actually the first time I've experimented building with these keys, which are not keys, these are just roads that you build on the coastline, and it automatically creates these walls. So this is taking advantage of I wouldn't say a glitch, but an interesting game mechanic, which I think looks really nice. I was wondering if we could, put some sewage outlets in this area. So perhaps we could take advantage of this little bay, this artificial bay, this port, and place our sewage outlets over here. I was just a bit concerned about the water current, because if you notice, the water, actually Let me show you. The water flows towards this, towards the middle of the map where our main city is. But I also think that perhaps if we place it here, the dirty water will be kept in this area, but I'm really not sure. But that's something we can figure out later. No worries. So for today's stream, we're just going to continue the extension of this layout. So I think we are going to start by developing this area, so this side. We have already built this one, so now we're moving and start building on this one as well. So one of the first things that I'm noticing is that this land over here is way too above the sea level, so perhaps we can lower it a little bit to be more along these lines, you know, like this. So for that I think I need to make some terraforming, and I think we can start over here, and for that I think I want to make a couple of guidelines because I'm about to destroy a couple of sections that I have previously built. So let me just make some guidelines here. So this is just to mark where the curve starts to happen, and the same thing over here. And over here as well, I just need to take a guideline to measure the distance. This is 72 meters. Okay, that should be memorized. So let's see. Perhaps I want this level here. I think this is deep enough. And here I want this height level. And here I do not want to go too far because this is kind of going, actually, you know what? Let me delete this thing. Let's bring it all the way here, perhaps a little bit more, because we are going to slope. We're gonna make a slope here, so let's check this out. Same thing here. And finally here as well. Okay, that seems about right. Kind of a nice slope that we have going on here. And we can start building here. My morning coffee? No, it's my evening tea. What do I think about Portugal? Well, it's my country. So it has its problems, but overall I think it's a nice country to live. It has a nice I wouldn't say work-life balance, but cost of living is fairly cheap, and the mentality that people have actually, you know, helps it a little bit as well. Okay, so we have a building here. Now we should extend it all the way here. Going and extend it all the way to this guideline. Let me check something first. Okay, I think this is what we had. Actually, I messed this up. Okay, cool. Thank you, Liliano. Glad to see you're watching all the way from Angola. What time is it there, by the way? Oh, my webcam froze. Give me just 1 second. There we go, should be fixed. It's interesting because yesterday the game didn't freeze a single time. We'll see how it develops. I actually raised the quality settings for today on the game itself, so not sure if that has any sort of impact. Maybe it does. And why can I not connect this here? Okay, I think I want all of these to be at the same level. No, I'm not gonna terraform all of this, but I think I want to keep at least a decent chunk of land that's leveled. And I think we need to delete this as well. I need to make some guidelines because from here to here, that's... How many meters is this? It should be 72, right? $75. Okay, I need to go 72. Level all of this, same height level, and the same thing over here. Now I just need to try and get that angle right. There we go. Delete this. Two 2:30 AM, that's really late in Pakistan. My views on Portuguese politics, I try not to get a lot into that, but I think I can share, or I can give you a glimpse of my own opinion. So Portugal is a socialist country, so we pay a lot of taxes to what supposedly should be to help, you know, the government, or the government should use them to do things with those taxes to help the general public, you know, to decrease the inequality, you know, when it comes to economic inequalities. And that is very good in theory when you have a government that knows what it's doing. So basically you have the exact same problems that any other country has, because you're way too dependent on the government, and especially more so. But yeah, other than that, I don't try to worry too much about it. I gotta say that politics is not something that I worry too much about. I barely even read the news, to be honest. I'm of the opinion that I'm in complete control over my future and what I do with my life, so I try not to be overly dependent on what the government decides for me. Yeah, but that's it. Those are my views. Okay, I wanted to continue this layout all the way here. Not sure if that's going to be possible, so perhaps we need to make yet another curve. What is the distance from here to here? That's 104 meters, so I think we can extend it. And why is this a one-way road? It's not supposed to be a one-way road. I think I messed up when I was upgrading these roads. There we go. Much better. That is true. Football is more important than politics here in Portugal. There's only one sport that exists in this country, and that's football, aka soccer for you Americans. However, I kind of fall into the weird spectrum of Portuguese citizens, because I don't actually follow football, so it's not an interest of mine. I'm much more of a fan of Formula 1, to be honest. That's my sport. That's the one that I follow, and I watch all the races. Yeah, it seems that a lot of people know me from my Design and Manage series, which is quite interesting because that was so long ago, yet so many of you still remember it and know my channel for it. Even though I had a lot of popular videos that were way more popular than that series, like, you know, my time-lapse videos that got millions and millions of views. I don't think I like this. 104 meters? Why is this messed up? I think I'm gonna go by 200. The 200 is probably way too much. Let's try 160. I think 160 is also too much. Let's try 150. 152, okay, that works. Now let's rebuild this curve. Okay, I think that works. industrial district is taking shape. I am a digital marketing specialist, Lume. Which one is better, Cities Skylines 1 or 2? Cities Skylines 2 has everything to surpass Cities Skylines 1 in every single aspect of gameplay. Design and manage for Cities Skylines 2, who knows? Not in the plans right now. I don't really want to commit to a long-term series because the last couple of series that I've made, I wasn't able to finish them, and that's not very good. That's not an image that I like to maintain. I like to finish what I start, and obviously having unfinished series in my channel does not help. And you guys also do not like that, you know? It's not fair to you guys to be committed to one series and then not having any more episodes, so I'm trying to avoid that. So I'm not going to commit to a new series until I am sure that I am dedicated to finish it. Actually, let me fix this thing as well. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with the way this is turning out to be, the slope. Perhaps we should start and continue the coastline. Oh, but hey, hold on a second, we've got a fire. I wonder if we have any fire trucks coming in to help put this fire out. How can I see the fire trucks? Oh, there we go. Oh, this is way too loud. Kind of funny how it gets into the building itself. Get the fire engine leaping through the garage. In Cities Skylines 1 they would park outside, right? And there would be a couple of guys that would bring the fire hose to put out the fire. This was kind of a lazy way to deal with this in this game, I think. They could have added a bit more detail. Having the fire truck simply going into the building. It's not very enjoyable to watch. Let's see what it does with this one. Yeah, same stuff. Do I have any more other fire engines? What the hell is going on? Where are they? There's only one fire engine in use. Yes, I've updated the game, but I haven't expanded the city further, so I cannot really confirm that the not enough bars for products is fixed, but overall people seem to think that managed to help the issue, so. Gabriel, my style in live stream is slower than what I usually build. You know, when I was doing my series, it was actually kind of rushed, the building process, because I had a video to put out, and making one of those videos took me like 10 hours to do, which was a long time, and I had very limited time, so I was trying to rush everything, and I had to play relatively fast. Okay, so I think it's now time to start building the keys here. For that we need to upgrade to this type of road, you know. Actually, I wonder how it looks like if I do this one instead. Let's just try this out. And let's see if I still got it. This is a trick that I've learned yesterday. Oh, this is going to give me a lot of trouble, isn't it? This bridge. Well, let's take a look at it. Why is there water here? There we go. Ah, come on. This is it. This is very nice indeed. Not sure if I want to keep these roads or I want to go for the alleys instead, the thinner roads. The thing is I have to decide it now because the moment I've put some water in here, I cannot go back again. Or I can, but I have to do everything all over again. I think I'm going to keep these ones. Why don't I make videos for oil industry layout? There's a lot of people doing that. Well, I think you answered your own question, my friend. You know, for layout tips and you know, showcases, I usually do it on my Let's Play series and not make dedicated videos for that, but perhaps it would be a good opportunity to extend my channel and grow my channel if I made more of those videos. So you know, it's something that I have to think about. Okay, there we go. Now, I think the water level is much lower here. Oh shoot, I forgot to put the guidelines. I'm gonna do it now. When does the curve happen? I think it's here. It starts to curve right here, so I think this is it. Okay, is this enough, or do I need to terraform that little bit as well? I need to terraform this little bit, so I need to go just over here. There you go, look at that, beautiful. I don't really watch other creators' kit, but you know what? This is kind of old school, and probably you guys don't remember these names or even heard of them. But the ones who got me to play City Skylines were Strict Toaster, Flux Trance, and yeah, those are the ones. And really sad that they're not playing the game anymore. But as for current creators, I like Infrastructurist, City Planner Plays, and Overcharge Egg as well, even though I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos for City Skylines. But I would say those. Okay. Now we need to do this curve, and this is probably going to be a challenge. More unique ideas? I'll try, you know. I'll try to keep improving and developing the game. Not developing the game, but developing my layouts according with the possibilities of the game. Okay, so this is going to be a bit challenging because I'm not really sure this is going to work the way I think it will work. Okay, this is probably going to be a challenge. Let's see if I can do this curve. I think I'm gonna need to disable some guidelines, so do not snap to the zoning grid, please. And do not snap to the zoning cell length, please. Can I snap to existing geometry? Will this help? Oh, hold on, I think this is it. So 90-degree angles, snapping right over here, and it's not helping me to create this thing. Why is it? So perhaps I need this guide. I think this guy's gonna make me delete a couple of layouts of segments, or maybe not. I think this is it. Hold on. Oh, and it messed up over here. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I think this is it. Really, look at that. This one is not that straight, so perhaps I can fix this one. But let's do this one first. Okay, what about this one? Okay. I think this is worse than what we had. Okay, so let's try to do a continuous line. Okay, much better. Much better indeed, and I think perhaps we can do the same here, using a continuous line. Come on. Perfect. There we go. There you go. I just need to make sure the terrain is at the proper height level. So here it can be this level, here it needs to be this level, here it needs to be this level. No, because the terrain is actually going up as it goes upstream. Okay. I think we can actually start doing the thing. Okay. Now this thing can be completely flat. Okay. Now I'm using the contour lines that you can see at the bottom of the river to make sure there are no weird elevation changes here. I'm spending my birthday with you guys. Thank you so much, Simon. Happy birthday. Thank you for spending your birthday with us. I feel honored that you chose us to spend your birthday with. Alright, so the coastline is pretty much done. Kinda like the shape this has taken. Now I need to figure out how am I going to end this connection here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to end the way this is right now. Let me see, how did I do it on this side? Okay, so I did a small coastline. Here I can do the same, I think. Let's just decrease the brush strength. Still a bit glitchy. I don't like this. Okay, that works. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Sean, for the support. Yes, Bruno, I can show you the city. So this is what we have so far. Not a lot. This is the generic industry layout. This is what we've been working today and on the past stream. This is the temporary industrial layout, which I'm going to delete. Actually, we even have an abandoned building. Lack of maintenance, okay. Oh, the fire truck will take care of it. yeah, and this is the downtown area that we have, so still a bit fresh. It's going to be a lot denser than what it is right now. And here we have some agriculture, which we will expand later on. Let me get a bit straight here. Okay, so now that we have done this, we can start worrying about the layout and figure out where we are going to zone some industry. So I think first and foremost I'm gonna level this piece of the terrain, and here as well. Make sure I have all of those zoning spaces. Okay, and I've said that I would want to put some 3x3 farms over here, and that's what I'm gonna do. So perhaps that's something we can do right now, and we can, while we are developing the rest of the layout, perhaps we can move in a bit more industries to this area, so that I can start and develop here. Okay, that will allow us to dezone a little bit of the industry that we have here, so we can start dezoning some of the farms, so we can reutilize the space for future downtown expansion. No problem. Okay, so what else can we do? I think I'm gonna continue this pathway by 200 meters. Actually, 197 is okay. Wait, but that's not the same size as this one. Why is that? This one is 181, so let's do 181 here as well. I need to disable these guys, I think. Okay. And I think I want to end and continue this pathway, you know, make a curve around here. We're not going to be splitting this layout with a road, with another intersection, but we can put another pathway. I think that would look nice. So let's continue it all the way here. And it's saying it's in water. Why is that? Put some more land here to fix that issue, and now we no longer have that problem. I think I'm gonna make a crosswalk here so that people can go to this side of the road and enjoy the view. And now I'm going to connect to this area. Okay, that works for me. bit of an elevation, of a weird elevation change here. That's the downside of terraforming, I think, so let's rebuild this. And it keeps doing it. It's not that important, but I mean, if I can fix it, so why not? Okay, there we go. Cool. So these are the 3 long factories. They don't look half bad, so they're taking 5 employees, 5 employees, 13 employees. It's actually a lot. Okay. This is a good way to start thinking how we want to connect this layout to our downtown area. Don't worry, I'll try and find a way to make this more interesting. Maybe I can extend the pathway here and connect it here to the downtown area. Not really worried about that at the moment. Now, for the time being, I think I'm just gonna continue this road. This is a 4-lane two-way road. And my question is, can I connect it? Actually, this layout is a bit dumb. Let me just try and fix the zoning spaces. Except that I can't. That's fine. Not gonna zone anything here anyway. So I can make a connection here, and I think that's not going to mess up the roundabout. No, it isn't. Perfect. Now we can continue this layout all the way through here. That will be our connecting point to the city. I even think I can do something like this. Okay. And one of the things that I think I want to do is, when I design all of this industry, perhaps I can make it so that this avenue is not completely perpendicular to this one. Perhaps I can change the entry point to the city a little bit. Perhaps I can curve this road even more and bring it all the way here and make a perpendicular road right here, and that will break the grid a little bit and make the layout for the downtown a bit more interesting. So I think that's something that we can start thinking about. Well, not start, but already get some ideas on how we want to expand this. But for the time being, I'm just gonna connect this layout to the main industry in a very direct connection, so as direct as possible, without thinking too much about it. I'm just gonna bring this road here. Doesn't have to be perfectly centered. Actually, I think I want it to be centered, so I select the center point here. Extend it here. Make a curve Okay, so that's our temporary connection. Actually, I can do it here instead. So okay, well, this is temporary, so I'm not really worried about it. What else does this layout need in order to function? No, actually, now that I think about it, this road, this tunnel is not really necessary. Now, is it? Because I already have a connecting road here. Yeah, I don't think it is, so I think we can delete it. Now we have more space to build stuff if we want to. And this road can actually connect here. Let's see. If I make a straight road, will it look weird? A little bit. So let's do this instead. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna keep it like this because I don't really like the way this is turning out. And I think we can zone a few more buildings. Or in other words, more industry. So some industry here. And here, well, they don't have a lot of building spaces because they're all connected to this road. So perhaps we can fix this by making a pathway. Now, if I delete this, am I going to mess up the zoning tiles? No, that's okay, perfect. Hey Helia, hi Guy, thank you guys for being here. Oh, you're right. I thought I had fixed this on the last stream, but apparently not. Upstream industries. Okay. Thank you, Keith, for the correction. $144p. No, that's probably on your side. Okay, so let's see, can I zone more industry here? Yes, I can, so let's fill this area. And I think I want to leave some small pockets for the industries to breathe. Like we can put some trees perhaps, make it look a bit better. And as we're at it, perhaps we can also change the outline of the district itself. Okay. And what do they need? What about the policies? Can I do something here? I don't think there's one that's particularly helpful, at least for the time being. But we have 31 open positions, and all of them are for well-educated and educated citizens. Thinking about that, I think it's time for us to, while we develop the industrial layout, perhaps we can also take a close look, take a break from it and take a look at the city, and perhaps zone some more houses, because we have a lot of people complaining that the rent is high. So one of the things that we can do to solve this is by zoning some more high density buildings. So I think I'm gonna build a few more apartments here. And this will dezone a lot of the houses that we have. Still have some demand for medium density, so let's just keep the zoning. Okay, let's put it on 3 speed, let's see what happens. Let's help these guys out, by the way. Let's see if a big building spawns here. Oh, there's no more demand, so I completely messed up the demand. That's fine. Small shops in the industry, I think that's a good idea. I might have to put a few shops there. No need to concentrate everything on the downtown. I'm starting to have a lot of traffic activity. These are all the people that are moving in the city. One of the things that I'll probably have to do is improve these junctions here, because there's a lot of intersections on this main road, and that's probably not the best solution. Well, it's not the fact that it's not a good solution, but it can potentially bring us some problems in the future, because we are going to put a lot of high density here, so this layout will need reworking for sure. And there we go, we need more medium density, so let's dezone a few more houses. Ooh, there's a big building here. And I'm purposefully zoning the high density houses next to this road, the main avenue. Usually these roads are the ones who are the densest in population, you know. And then you have lower density to the outskirts of the main roads. At least that's what I've noticed in real cities. And I think these cars over here are all new citizens that are moving into the city. And this traffic will dissipate in the future when everybody moves in. I don't think it's very processor hungry, Keith. It's more GPU hungry, to be honest. Settles down. It was just a bunch of people moving into the city. And when you zone a lot of residential, all of a sudden all of those citizens need to move in. And usually the traffic just calms down and settles down on its own. Now, oh, there you go, another milestone. Also our economy, by the way, still losing a lot of money. But you know what, I think this game has actually become too easy because I've been losing a lot of money. But, you know, because of all the milestones, I just keep playing without any worry of ever going bankrupt. And you also have the subsidies, which help out a lot. Okay, so let's make a few shops here. I think this is going to be a gas station. And I'm gonna put another one. How about here? And here as well. Small building, and we can build a last one or a final one somewhere around here. So I think I'm going to delete the factory for that. Actually no, let's keep it as it is. And I think I want to zone some more industry. I think this is probably going to be too much because we still have a lot of demand for industrial. But I don't know, I still don't trust the RCI demand. I still think a lot of it is bugged, so let's just do it. How's the unemployment rate, by the way? Oh, 30%, look at that. So I definitely need some more jobs in the city. Public transport is also another thing that we should start thinking pretty soon, because the city is starting to grow. Okay, so the shops are built. Let's see what we have. Actually, we have some convenience stores. That's pretty nice, pretty cool. With a crosswalk there. This one has become a small shop. I don't even know what this is, but it sells food. And these ones are some food stalls. Okay, that's cool. And we have some trucks as well. What are these guys doing? Let me just get a grasp of the economy. So this guy is importing grain. This guy is importing grain, and more grain. Why are they importing grain? I have some grain farms in my city. They should be needing to import stuff. Okay, so let's build some more factories. I think I want to build a factory here. We can do that. I think I'm gonna build some more factories along this road as well, but for that I think I'm gonna disable zoning on this side. Make a crosswalk there. Okay, couple of factories there. I don't really think I need to build a parking lot in this area. The roads don't seem to be filled with cars, so I think we'll be alright. And I think I can build a couple more factories over here as well. Okay, and we still have some room to expand over there. Now I think I am going to do a little bit of decorating. I still haven't tried the tree brush mod, so perhaps we can play a little bit with it, increase their strength to 100%. There's some snapping here. Snapping to where exactly? But anyway, what kind of trees do we have? We have alders, we have pines, we have birch. Okay, so let's put a few alders. This thing doesn't let me place trees, I don't know why. And I want to encompass my entire industrial area with trees to make it beautiful. But this thing isn't helping. Oh, here is way easier. But it's on the shoreline, it says that it has a lot of water, so perhaps if I lower the tree brush, makes it a bit easier on the coastline. Okay, so those are alders. Let's place a few pines. Some pines here. Now I'm not going to be very detailed, just like I've done on the downtown area, you know, with those trees alongside the road. I want this area to be much denser in vegetation, so I'm not doing that amount of detailing. Okay. think this is cool for the time being. Oh, just this spot as well. Still don't know what I'm gonna do with this connection here. Still need to figure that one out. For the time being, we'll keep it as it is. Now we just have to wait a million years until these trees grow into full-size trees. Because right now they're just being planted as saplings, and they will grow over time. I'm kind of tempted to plant trees one by one because this tree brush is not being very precise. Electric power plant, I think I'm gonna keep using this one for now. What I'm gonna do is actually rezone this one, not rezone, but relocate it to this side. And this is a more adequate place for it. Or were you talking about a specific power plant? Perhaps I didn't understand your point. The only thing I don't like about city skylines to industrial areas is that the majority of the buildings have smokestacks, and I find that super unrealistic. True. That is very true. And I also think City Skylines 2 has the same problem that City Skylines 1 had, which is the lack of scale when it comes to industry. You know, right now this industry is like 10 meters by 30 meters. In real life, a factory with this model, this precise model, would probably occupy, you know, this entire block, this entire zoning block. You know, it's unrealistic to have a factory with this design being as big as a single family home, for example. Oh, nuclear power plant layout, that we are still way too far away from doing something like that, my friend. We need to help the city grow a bit further. What I want to do in the meantime is take this small electric power plant and relocate it. So perhaps, let me see. Perhaps a good place for it will be... I want to reserve this side for the cargo station, which we will build in the future. The police station and fire station can also be relocated. I don't think they are in a very good location here. Perhaps they can be moved to this side and we can put the power plant over here instead. But this area is still going to need a lot of space for the power plant. Okay, so let's do the relocation here. So the police station can be here. I think, is this a good place for it? Let's see. And perhaps we can make an alley. That leads through here. Okay, and this is where we can place our Fire station. So this upgrade doesn't take any space, neither does this one. Okay, operating districts are fine, and I actually think this is a better location for these buildings because now they are super central. I just don't know how I'm gonna end this segment, but maybe we can connect it to this road. And perhaps we can even put a parking lot over here, but not sure if that's going to be used by a lot of people. But you know what, we can try. Let's just put one, and if it's not used, we can delete it later. So no problem with that. I don't like how the roundabout completely messed up the placement of this building. Now I want to get it as close as possible. Where's the entrance? It's over here. Okay. Okay. Okay, small roundabout over here. Perhaps what we can do instead is just put a small commercial store here. Okay. I'm not sure if industry requires leisure. Just like, actually, let's take a look at it. No, I don't think so. City Skylines 1, you could increase the development level by adding leisure. I don't think this game works the same. But I can put some parks for the sake of realism. So perhaps we can put a basketball court over here. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Let's bring a pathway to this side. Okay. And we also have some skate parks, I know. This is a big skate park. How friendly. Yes, it is me. So how's traffic around here? Pretty controlled, so I think we can add a couple more houses. Couple more apartments. And we should start thinking about developing this road as well. We have very little students in this elementary school. I haven't even used this extension wing. So, what gives? But perhaps we should prioritize getting rid of all of this industry so we can start to expand the layout to this side. And I want to adjust this entry point here. I'm not really sure this is the best. Not the best, but this perpendicular layout here, you know, this perpendicular angle makes it look way too much like a grid, and I think when I get to this side I want to transition into something different, and I think we can change the entry point as well. But for that we need to take away all of the industry, and to this on all of the industry we need to fix the unemployment rate, which is very high at the moment. Most of our city is poorly educated, so we could actually fix this by expand our specialized industry. But now that I have a layout built here, I want to take advantage of that, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, as expected, nobody's using this parking lot. Perhaps when I zone some more industries here. So let's see. Perhaps we can zone all of this. Not sure I want to zone directly into this road, even though, you know, there's not a lot of traffic at the moment. But I think I want to keep it clear of buildings so we don't have anybody stopping here. I think I'm going to build a gas station here, and gas stations, I think they are 4x4, so perhaps we can build one here. Plastic coils, I don't think that's it. This one sells electronics. Edit byte. I don't know, let's just let it develop and see what it turns into. Maybe we even like it. And I also think I want to reserve some spot for signature buildings. I know what do we need? We actually need a lot of industrial tiles in order to unlock something like that. But in the meantime, I think we can keep expanding the layout and keep zoning stuff here. I think I'm gonna make a pathway here. Okay. Actually, I think I want to go a bit further than this. Let's go here. Okay, good enough, I think. What if I build something? No, let's not make this stuff. Let's keep it simple. Okay, so a lot of walkable accesses. But a lot of pathways as well. Fix on that walkability and keep people happy. Now let's start zoning stuff. Actually, I don't think I want to zone anything here. Or do I? Actually, you know what? Let's just zone it. Not too much of a big deal. Put some props inside the roundabout. Yeah, I could do that. I will detail it later on, so no worries. Been following you since forever. That's good to hear. Thank you for being here. And beers. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, probably design and manage season 1. I was naming districts after subscribers, so you're probably one of them. So you've been following for a long time. Edgar, I have increased the performance, not the performance, I've increased the quality settings of the game since I have last played. I've got everything on maximum right now. And I think the game is running fine. My computer looks like it's about to take flight because it's making a lot of noise. And the room is extremely hot. Right now I even had to take away my sweater. But I think it's working smoothly, you know, playing the game and streaming at the same time. Does the fertility of fertile land reduce over time? No, it does not. There are two pedestrian crossings next to each other. I think I've already fixed that. No, I did not. So thank you for letting me know. Thank you for that. Loving the water cinematic, yeah. I mean, it's a bit like what we had in City Skylines 1, so I don't think they changed a lot. The water animation is a bit better, but I don't notice a lot of difference from the previous game. Okay, so I need to decide which part of this area I wanna leave green, you know, with trees, you know, leave empty, and which part I wanna fill with more industries, more buildings. I think I'm gonna zone something here. I'm gonna zone a big industry and over here as well. And some others here as well. I also think I'm gonna add some shops to this little avenue. So a couple of small stores here. And I think we can extend the pathway all the way here and see if people actually walk all the way until this this area. And for the water pumping station, let me see, can I put it here? This is a bummer. Why can I not place it? I was still in water, so... yeah, this was way too good to be true. Anyway, I think I'm gonna relocate the water pumping station a bit more upstream, so all the way here. And for that, I'm gonna build an access road. So let's see. Let me just pause the game for the time being. And I can even end it at a roundabout. if they allow me to do so. Okay, I think I'm gonna make this road a bit smoother. Okay, and with this we can continue the pathway. Really interested to see if citizens will be willing to walk this far to go to their jobs. Bonjour de France. Welcome to the stream. Kama. Hello Andre. I remember you from yesterday. The guy from Chile. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you here today again. How come you have such planned out ideas like putting some gun parks and elevated stadiums? Just part of my imagination. I mean, I think of something. I think it would be possible to build on the game, and if it is, I'll just do it. Okay, now I think I'm gonna keep expanding the layout because we still have a lot of room to grow, even though I planted all of these trees. Let me check. So this area, I think we can also zone some industries here. So let's keep the theme and go 3x3. And here we can go 4x4s. Okay, cool. And here, I'm thinking if I should leave this as it is right now, which I don't think is it's a very nice way of ending the layout. Or I can make a last zoning block over here and put a few more industries. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Let's just go by 200 meters, I believe. This is 200 meters. Yes, it is. So this is the final block. Not the final, but the most recent one. Make a small connection there. Now I think we can build some factories. See, actually, let's hold on to that. Let's just finish the layout completely. And I think so. We have 5x5s here. I think I want to have 5x5s here as well. So let me grab a pathway. Let's disable the zoning space here. And I need to build another road over here. So I think this road will have to be moved a tile to the north. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, this is it. So some industry here and some industry there. Can I make... Oh, there we go. Okay, the demand for industry is going down, so perhaps I can... Unemployment is still a bit high, but I need this piece of land. So let's dezone a couple more industry. I think I'm gonna bring this layout to the north. And I'm not gonna end it right here. Or at least I don't think I'm going to develop it today, but I'm going to leave the indication that the layout will continue to this part, because it will eventually connect with the cargo station that's going to be here. So perhaps we're going to leave all of this space for expansion in the future. Which transport mode is best for starting the city? I mean, most people start with buses. I think that's the most or the easiest to get to every single corner of the city, because you don't need a dedicated infrastructure like trams or trains or metros. You are the best city builder out there to me. How come you're here so periodically? Yeah, family, work. This is a hobby for me, so my time is quite limited for playing the game. And also because lack of interest, you know. it got to a point where City Skylines won for me. The time it took for me to load my cities was like 20 minutes, and nobody has the motivation to play when the game is so sluggish. So City Skylines 2 is actually a breath of fresh air for me. And look at all of these trucks. Hold on a second. I want to see what's happening here, because this is the first time I'm seeing some traffic in this region, and I want to see what these trucks are doing. So this guy is importing livestock to this factory. Oh, are these guys importing stuff to the new factories that I've just built? Is that how this works? Just like residential, whenever you place them, they automatically import a lot of goods. Like residential imports, quote unquote, its residents. But yeah, it seems like they're all going to the new stores. That's quite interesting. Man, it's unfortunate that the economy is not working as intended, because this area should be sprawling with trucks. There should be a lot of traffic here, and that's not what's happening. There are virtually no trucks and no car activity in this region at all. Only these ones that just went to the new factories. Jasper, can you explain how you made this waterfront? Bit hard to explain right now. I would recommend you to go watch the previous live stream. It's available on my channel, or the beginning of this one. But basically, you just build a road on top of a cliff right next to water. You gotta terraform this a little bit, so I would extend the land all the way to this side, and then make a small little cliff, make a road adjacent to that cliff, and that would automatically create a road with a rail on one of the sides. And then I would delete the remaining land and let the water flood and go against the road that I've just built, and it would automatically create this effect. But I know it's very hard to explain, and I'm actually a bit tired right now, so I cannot really talk eloquently. But I'd recommend you to watch my previous live stream if you're interested in how to do this. Is this a new city? Yes, it is, Matt. I've started this city last weekend. And should build a successful city without any landfills? Well, I suppose you can, because you can also export trash to other parts of the map, or to other regions, so to say. And I've completely forgot to replace this small coal power plant. That this needs replacing as well. Not replacing, but relocating. And I think I'm gonna use this segment. Oops, I don't need this anymore. Okay, so let's bring it here. I think this is a nice place for it. Nice temporary space. I think I want to transform this to Alice for the time being. This one as well. And I think I'm going to place it here. Okay, let's connect it back to our main power grid. Let's actually save the game because I could potentially lose this file if something happens to my computer, and that would not be nice. Jasper, you can just go to my channel, click on the live section, and you can see the past replays of the live streams. It's available on the channel. Not the video section, the live stream section. Okay, I also think I can delete this network stuff, network tower. We should use underground power lines. Actually, I haven't used those yet. How do they work? So something like this, right? Can you do the same with the electric cables? Yes, you can. That's cool, but for here, I don't think it justifies. I'm actually enjoying this layout quite a lot. I think it looks amazing. Thank you, Jasper. Thank you for the support. This is the mountain village map. So this one over here. Are you into reviewing cities from City Skylines 1? I could potentially review cities, yes. City Skylines 1, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to review City Skylines 1 and put it on my channel at this point, with City Skylines 2 just coming out. But if you want to show me some print screens, you know, over Twitter or over email, you got it on my channel, you can watch it there. I'll be happy to take a look at them, and perhaps I can review your city, if that's what you mean. So how's our unemployment rate? 11.7. So I still need to place a few more industries, I believe. Man, I really hope the game allows an option so that trees grow instantaneously, because I need to know if this looks good, you know, when the trees grow up. because I need to know if I can replicate this texture to this area over here as well. I guess we'll just have to wait. And while we're at it, I don't think I'm gonna zone some more factories here. I think I'm gonna leave this area empty. And I'm going to fill them up with some trees as well. And I'm gonna be quite generous with this. So these are some alders. I also put some birch trees, I think. Did I put some birch trees? Well, I'm putting them now. And I've also put some pines. Okay. And I think I want to do the same over here on this entire layout. And put trees everywhere. Now some birch. And some pines. Okay, and I'll wait for it to grow. Let's see if there's anyone using... Oh, will you look at this? We've got some walkers over here. Whoops. There may be mods for that in the future, if not sad. I think it's something it should be in the base game. I think... I mean... what's the reason for me to have to wait like 3 in-game years to watch the tree grow? Because it's not like you just speed up the game and it shows the tree growing in like 5 minutes. You actually have to wait a long time. But yeah, I think the community will make a mod like that pretty quick in the future. Anyway. I find it weird sometimes that pedestrian can go huge distances just casually. Yeah, same. But I mean, is it that far? Let's see, how far is this? 1.3 kilometers. It's not that far. It's like a 15-20 minute walk, something like that. Another thing that they should add to the game is actually rocks. because at the moment you don't have the option to place rocks in the game. Even though some maps have some boulders like on the floor, you know. Actually these are bushes, but I know there are rocks somewhere around here. What's up, iPath? Welcome to the stream. Now I'm gonna change the end of this layout to make it a bit more interesting, but I'm waiting to relocate all of this industry first, and before doing so, so that we have a clean slate to work with, because I wanna do all of this in one go, and probably not today, of course, because it's getting late. But I think I'm actually going to expand the industrial layout to this side. That's starting to be a bit too close to the downtown area and to the residential area, but I think because the wind is blowing in this direction, let's see if I can find it. Air pollution. Yeah, there we go. Because wind is blowing into this direction, there's not really a risk of contaminating the city with pollution. If we take a look at ground pollution, yeah, same. I actually need to wait until this is cleared so that we can start zoning stuff here. As for the noise pollution, it's actually interesting that industries don't make a lot of noise. But I guess that's understandable. But anyway, let's make a few more rows. So from here to here was 152 meters. Okay, so we can start a district here, and we should go no further to this side. This should be more than enough. I think I'm gonna make an alley to split things here. And let's see, what is the size of buildings that I want to build here. I do not want to zone in this road, just like I've done here. So I think I can leave a 3-block gap in between. And what size are these buildings? These are actually 6x6s. So we've got some huge buildings here. I think we can replicate them here as well. So let's put some 6x6. And let's zone. Hold on a second. This is actually 5. So let's go 5x5s instead. I didn't notice that. I miscalculated. So this is 5, and this is actually also 5. Now let's put some more 5s here. And I'm not sure I want to end this at a heli. Actually, let's skip it. That's fine. ability to place trees in the middle of the roundabouts. Can you not do that manually? No, I guess you cannot. What about the big ass roundabout? That's right, you cannot. I didn't know that. But if you upgrade this to a road with a lane in the middle, can you not upgrade this thing? No, no trees in the middle of the roundabout. Well, that's too bad. You can unlock unique factories by putting 10 farms of the same type. Example, 10 wood farms equals paper factory. Yeah, but I need to, before doing that, I think I have an initial requirement of placing 8,000 cells of industrial manufacturing buildings, which is something that I have not achieved yet. It will come in time. But yeah, so these are all specialized buildings, I think. Hold on, actually, can you unlock these ones, you know, by putting 10 oil drilling area hub buildings without having to go through the hassle of filling 8,000 cells of industrial manufacturing buildings? Can I just skip this? Or is this a pre-requirement? You can? Okay, that's nice to know. So I need to build 10 factories of each to unlock those. So in other words, smaller factories are preferred other than large factories, by that logic, if you want to unlock every single building, I suppose. Paper factory are huge, I believe so. But the buffs are amazing. You know, they are citywide. That's crazy. 5% is a lot. And look at this one, minus 5% industrial air pollution citywide. And minus 5% ground pollution. Could you please show public transport? I do not have public transport yet. But what I have done already is place this guideline. You see this dirt road over here? This is going to be our tram track that will go all the way here and cross to this side of the river and expand to the city here. Oh, will you look at that? It seems that traffic is starting to be a bit complicated. I wonder where are all of these guys going? Because it was fine just a minute ago and I didn't develop this any further. Now, it would be very easy for me to remove the traffic lights and fix this. But I like traffic lights, especially in a junction like this. They are super necessary. So this is something that we can work on when we develop this side of the layout, because as I've mentioned, I want to work on this entry point. Can you explain how public transport in general is placed? Well, in City Skylines 2 I'm not really familiar with the most efficient strategies, but in City Skylines 1 you would place your public transport in a way that all the different options would be connected with one another. So for example, buses, which are the cheapest and also the smallest public transport vehicles, they carried like 20 passengers I believe in City Skylines 1, would be used to cover pretty much all of the neighborhoods. They would bring the residents all to one spot. They would cover very small distances, and they would bring all the passengers to one spot, and on that particular spot passengers go up to another public transport network that would cover larger distances, such as train or monorail or tram or something like that. And the tram, the monorail and train or the subway would cover longer distances. So for example, a bus, if I were going to apply City Skylines 1 logic to this town, I would build a couple of bus stops that would go on a loop around here, this neighborhood, and bring all the passengers to some stops alongside this avenue, you know, and on this avenue I would have an integrated tram track or like a monorail or something like that, or a subway station that would bring the passengers from this side and would connect all the way to the industrial sector, where they could get out of here and reach their jobs. And in this industrial area, the metro stations would be alongside the densest or the busiest roads, which in this case would be this 4-lane, because it's the road that connects to the rest of the city. And there would be a train stop right next to the subway exit, and the buses would, just like on the residential district, go on a loop around the district and bring the people from the subway stations to each factory individual, to their doorsteps. So that's pretty much the logic, or was, in City Skylines 1. And there you go, it cleaned itself up. So not a real problem, traffic, at least for the time being. Now how's our unemployment? 0.9%, this is amazing. And this industry is actually, let's update the district size. So the upstream industries has 134 open positions, and you can see that a lot of them, at least 50, are from well-educated citizens. So placing a college or a university, it's a college actually, would be extremely beneficial, or will be at one point in time in the development of this city. So it's something that perhaps we can think about doing as a next step, or at least for something to build in the short term. We also have some positions for educated citizens, so around 30, and about 20 for poorly educated citizens. But overall, well educated is what we're missing in this district. But anyway, with an employment rate of 0.9%, we can finally zone all of this, and we can start working on this layout and connect it to the downtown area. But that's something that I will be working, not today, but on a future video, because that's something that's going to take quite a few hours to build. So in the meanwhile, we can do some less time consuming stuff, such as keep on decorating what I've already built in this city. For example, these parks over here. We still have a lot of empty areas here, and I want to cover them with some trees. Hey buddy, huge fan here. Thank you, man. Okay, guy. Bye bye. Have a nice evening. So I actually built this row of trees. Not sure if they're too cluttered. Perhaps they're too close to one another. You know, these chestnut trees. Or maybe not. Let's just keep them as they are. And you know what? I think I'm gonna expand this row all the way here and continue the line. I remember when I placed them, I was a bit unsure. I thought they were gonna block the view for the high school, but that's definitely not the case. So let's do that. Okay. These ones are gonna take quite a long time to grow, and you can actually put the game on 2 speed, on medium speed. Okay, so it doesn't fit here. Just following the sidewalk of the road. And we can place another one there. Okay. Really enjoyed the video yesterday. I'm assuming you're talking about the latest live stream. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Now here I'm gonna put some random trees, just like what we have here on this park. So we have the oak, we have the alders, and we have the birch. Oak, alders, and birch. So perhaps we can use the tree brush and use a brush strength of 50%. So let's start with the oaks. Okay, now the alders. I'm not sure how this is gonna look, guys. I'm just trying out the brush, the 3 brush mod. And now the birch trees, I think. Where is it? What? Oh, here it is. Okay, so we'll see how these trees grow, and perhaps we'll place some of them individually and delete others. And here we have another problem. Well, not really a problem, but I don't like how we have a roundabout right here in the middle doing nothing. So we need to figure how we want to do this, and yeah, and decorate it. Love your live stream. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Nikos. Expecting a lot of mods, especially for placing trees, and they will come for sure. A lot of people are interested in that. I like what you did with the stadium walkway. Really nice touch. Yeah, I like it as well. I think the pathway is very nice. It turned into a very interesting shape. But I do think the trees are taking a bit out of it. Perhaps I can delete every other tree, you know, not have it as compact as they are right now, but let's just let the trees grow, the ones that I've just placed, and see how it turns out. Where are you from? Is English your first language? No, my friend, I am Portuguese. Why you place roundabouts in the industrial district? It's the generic access point. So this roundabout is for entry, this one is for exit. I don't like how the road lines make this weird angle. But yesterday I spent a lot of time trying to fix it, but not fix it, but try to build it in an interesting way, and it just didn't work out. Perhaps this is something that I can work in the future and redo, perhaps. We'll see. Oh, and look at that, we have a lot of traffic now. Where did these guys come from? And where are you guys going? Okay, cool. Now this area is starting to get a bit livelier. This is nice to see. Nice to see the roads having some use. And we also have one person using the small parking lot. Look at that. It looks nice. Thank you, man. Which map did you decide to pick? This is the mountain village map. And I just love the map during the fall. I love the colors of the trees. Super nice. But anyway, we were working on this area. Let me see. I don't like how these buildings, these assets are positioned here. So I think we are going to try to improve this a little bit. So first and foremost, I think the medical clinic needs to be relocated. Let me see. Do these upgrades require space? Yes, the extension wings needs more space, but I don't know. 13 patients out of 100. Will we ever have a need for this extension wing? So if I place it here, I don't mind this, but I think it needs to be terraformed around here. So let's bring it here and let's leave one gap in between. Not really sure if this is better. Let's try this again. Okay, I can live with this. And I think perhaps I want to make a small alley. Oh, and I've just gotta say, I love these new roads that the game has. These alleys, these very thin roads. This one is crooked. Let's put the fire station here. Okay. We have no need for this ugly roundabout. And I think I want to build another alley here. Oh, you know what we can build? A street like this and then put a bunch of small houses in between. I think that's going to look really, really nice. Let's put some 2x2s. But do I want apartments or... Let's go with houses, regular houses. And another row here, but for that I think I wanted this zoning on this side. In fact, for this I think we can delete this road altogether. Let's just wait for the buildings to grow. How did you make the keys without terraforming the other side by accident? I recommend you watching my previous live stream. You can find it on my channel or just the beginning of this one, because it requires quite a bit of terraforming and it's a bit hard for me to explain. Playground on the back if not upgrading. Yeah, maybe I can put a playground here somewhere. Castle on island, yes, I will put. I'm not really sure if that's a castle, but on this island I will put a monument, like, you know, medieval castle, or an observatorium, you know, a bronze statue, something like that. I want to make something special in the middle, that's for sure. And we already have some small houses. How do these look? Not really sure I like this. Hopefully when they upgrade they look a bit nicer than what we have here, because these are cheap people, poor people houses, and they don't look very nice. This is not what I had envisioned. But I don't know, let's put a playground. Like here, for example. It's a nice place for it. And do I wanna delete this road? If I wanna do that, I need to relocate these buildings, so let's place them here temporarily. You know, the basketball courts actually don't look bad over here. Put this thing over here. Delete this road. What if instead of the basketball courts we have the skate park? It's a bit big. Doesn't really fit in there. Does this thing generate noise pollution? A little bit, yes. And so does the firehouse. Actually, these buildings shouldn't be dislocated to the firehouse, so perhaps the park can come here instead. You know? And I don't know, well, let's see if these guys complain about it, about the noise pollution. Another thing that I can do is actually relocate this thing over here, but the elevation changes will make it a bit weird. I can already see the fence, you know, look at the fence on the left side, it's coming in at a weird angle. That messed up the parking spots. Can you make a full overview of the city so far? I will make it in a minute. Let me just finish this. So I think I'm gonna place this parking lot over here. I don't think it's gonna cause any harm, and I can even upgrade it to a bigger one. And this thing, I think it can be placed around here. I don't think that's a particularly bad spot for it. I'm just gonna relocate it without these guidelines to make sure it fits properly. I think that's a good place for it, surrounded by trees. And we can even make something else, like extending this pathway here. We just need to get rid of this guide, make a pathway here, and making a lot of sidewalks. Let's just reset the zoning here. Okay. Okay, cool. Now let's just plant trees around these houses to make them more isolated. I think I'm gonna place them one by one. If I can, of course. There doesn't seem to be enough space everywhere. But I'll place them where I can. So let's now see the alders. Let's use the brush instead. So try to make this as dense as possible. Doesn't work because the trees are way too big. Let's try the birch trees. Okay, so these are way smaller. I will be able to place a lot of these. What about chestnuts? These have the name of the city, so should be able to place these. It's only fitting that we have some of these as well. Okay, so this is way too dense and I cannot put any more trees here. So we'll just have to wait until they grow and see how it looks. Have you or will you use developer mode or will you wait for the official functionality? I will wait for the official functionality. Not gonna mess around with that. Just had a traffic accident in my city. One of the cars overturned and ended up in the river. Yeah, it happens. Yes, Keith, there are no bugs in City Skylines 2 yet. City Skylines 1, when it launched for the first time, it also didn't have a lot of stuff. So keep that in mind. This game has a lot of room to grow. Jasper, you wanted to see an overview of the city? So here you have it. Not sure if you want to see everything, but this is what we have so far. This is not what I wanted to do, sorry. Traffic and pedestrian DLC coming then, most likely. I'll always be with you until the end and hope you can do many live streams. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much for the support. And yes, I think I'm gonna keep doing live streams. This is relatively easy content to do. I just need time. Like at the end of the day, like it is today, I mean it's doable. It's a bit tiring though because it's after a work day. So I'm usually a bit tired, but other than that I think it's very, very doable. Real planner in real life? No, I am not. I'm just a regular dude who enjoys playing City Skylines. So it seems that our people are complaining about a lot of stuff. So let's see what they're complaining about. Unreliable mail service, so it's something that we need to start working on. We haven't put any mail services in the city at all. High crime. I don't know why this is a problem. I have 2 police stations. But oh, hold on a second. I remember that I've messed with the budget, so perhaps we can bring the budget of police all the way to 100. Unreliable healthcare coverage. I'm not sure if the industries need healthcare. I mean, I know that they get 6 people from now and then, but do they need a dedicated like medical clinic or something? It's not something that I can see apparently. Traffic is also -1. I wonder why. What's happening with traffic? I mean, traffic is flowing nicely. It says that it's 60% traffic flow, but I don't see any cars stopped in my streets. No, this area is a bit complicated, but other than that, everything is flowing very, very nicely, so I don't know what they're complaining about. And even if you take a look at traffic volume, I mean, yeah, it's only this area, so what gives? Stop complaining. Do you need buses this early? I don't think you do. I mean, I don't have buses. But I think we should start working on mail. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, do these people need internet? They also don't tell me about it. It's unfortunate. But I don't think so. Maybe not. Okay, so mail. Post office handles local incoming and outgoing mail. Postmans and truck pick up mail from mailboxes around the city, and citizens can also drop their mail directly at the office. So I think I can put one of these. Perhaps the downtown is a good place to place a post office. But it's super expensive. Like 45,000 a month. That's crazy, and we're already losing 47,000. But you know, people are complaining about it, so let's work on it. Or maybe I can actually postpone it for the next video, because we are going to expand to this layout and this thing can be relocated there unless I find a suitable place for it. I could actually place it here right next to the offices. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I think this is a good place for a post office, you know, right next to the high school and right next to the, you know, the main avenue. So, let's place it, and I do not want to place it directly on the avenue. Right here. And we can upgrade it with more extensions. And I think, should I build a connecting road to this? Like an alley or something? Because I feel, actually I don't think this is the best place for it. Does this generate noise pollution? Yes, it does. Of course it does, why wouldn't it? Let's place it over here instead. Perhaps we can even build a small alley as an access point for this. Or maybe not. And why on earth are these roads not upgraded with trees? Let's also put a couple more office buildings, because there's demand for it, and I wonder if one of them is enough to lower the demand all the way to the bottom. It's at the middle, so let's build another one. There we go. And I think we can also expand the trees, the spruces that we have along the sidewalks. Okay. And yes, I know we need to place some mailboxes. I haven't forgotten about that. So we have 0 vehicles in use. That's because nobody's putting mail at the mailboxes because there's no mailboxes. So let's start putting these bad boys. And I think I'm gonna place them alongside this road. Maybe. These have no cost, so actually pretty cheap. So I'm gonna place one here, one here, one here, one here, one on the main avenue as well, another one here. Perhaps this is not the best spacing actually, but we'll see. And another one here. You know what? I think I'm gonna do this a bit different. I'm gonna place this here. But do I need these ones right next to the main avenue? Let me see something. I can delete this one, and I can delete this one as well, and this one as well. Let's see if people complain about it. Of course they complain, but I think this amount of mailboxes are enough to cover the city. Let's see. The only problem is the high density buildings, because they require a lot. Please do more live stream. I will, man. I have no intention of stopping. You know what? I think the post office is more suited to be next to the downtown area, particularly because the high density buildings demand more coverage, and the post office is the best option for that because people can leave their mails at the post office directly. Let me just see the size of these boxes. Is it full already? No, it isn't, so it's not an issue of the post office boxes being full. People are just not leaving the mail there. That's fine, okay. So, doesn't matter. Just gonna put some more mailboxes here. So one here, one here. Another one here, I guess. And another one here. This is enough to cover this entire thing, I believe. Now how much money am I losing? 62,000. Okay. That's cool. And people are loving living here. Oh, and my camera froze again. Jesus. How long has the camera been frozen, guys? So I think I'm gonna zone some more houses here because I have some demand for residential, so I'm gonna fill this with houses. By the way, how's my power supply? It's very, very acceptable. My water supply is also very acceptable, so no need to worry about that for the time being. When it comes to leisure, these guys don't have a lot of leisure, but that's fine. I think that's something I can work on when I start working on this part of the layout. It froze again. What do I think about the poor ratings for the game on Steam? Well, I think some people overreacted, but at the same time, I don't think their poor reviews are unjustified. You know, I don't really like this trend of releasing unfinished games and finish them after people have already paid for them. I'm not a really big fan of that trend. So, I mean, it was to be expected, to be honest. So this area is starting to have a lot of movement already. And I wonder if I should add some more parking lots. But at the same time, there's still not a lot of cars parked on the streets, so maybe it's not necessary yet. What do you think about the claims that the whole economy and the industry are basically all the simulation is fake and that citizens don't actually do anything? From what I've understood, that's not intended to be working like that. It's actually happening because of several bugs that are plaguing the game at the moment. And from what I understood, the developers are going to fix it. At least that's what they said, I believe. So yeah, as long as they fix it, I have no problem with that. But if the game is intended to run without a real economy, then it's a step behind Cities Skylines 1, because Cities Skylines 1 had a real economy. And I don't think the developers would intentionally make the game without one of the core features that made the previous game what it was. You know what distinguished City Skylines from SimCity, for example, and other city builds, was that every single citizen was one entity with a job, a family, a life, and every single citizen on that map would go along its day. And that's what made the simulation in City Skylines 1 so rich. And I think it would have been incredibly stupid for the developers to not to include that in this game, so I don't think it was intentional. Especially not for the price point of this game. Is right now, I'm not going back to having to wait 20 to 30 minutes for a city to load when I'm virtually playing without mods. Just the base game, it's completely ridiculous. Just with the base game and DLCs, that game is completely bloated. And even if it has more features and it's virtually more advanced than this one at the moment, because it's a game that's almost a decade old, it's completely unplayable at this point. Have you tried unlocking some milestones? I mean, I'm just playing the game as I go, and milestones will be unlocked naturally. I'm not really worried about that. Just enjoying the game. I think I'm gonna convert this road to a 4-lane as well. Perhaps that will help traffic disperse a little bit better. And I'll have to take away all of these houses that are zoned alongside this road. The foundations of CS2 does seem better than CS1. I don't think a lot of people remember what CS1 was when it launched. If you compare the base version of Cities Skylines 2 with the base version of Cities Skylines 1, I mean, Cities Skylines 1 is like nothing compared to this. Well, I shouldn't say it's nothing. That's quite unfair. But CS1 never had all of the features that this game has, like specialized industry, all the road tools. The road tool in this game is completely fantastic. It's a complete revamp of what we had in Cities Skylines 1. And I think the foundations are here. I mean, just need to polish it a bit more and fix what it's not fixed. So different to have you on stream while you're gaming compared to your series where action flows. What are your plans for the next step? I don't really have a plan, to be honest with you. You know, as I've said multiple times, this is a hobby for me. So I'm just enjoying playing the game, trying out Cities Skylines 2, which has just launched. And I think playing it live allows me to focus better on gameplay. Unlike making a dedicated series on YouTube, which, you know, 20-minute videos requires me 10 to 12 hours of work, you know. So by doing this in a live stream, I can focus more on gameplay. So that's the plan for now, is just keep doing live streams, keep enjoying the game, try to learn as much as possible, build a big city, experience the game to its fullest extent, build cool stuff, make the occasional video on YouTube, like a tutorial or something, whenever I remember something or whenever I have a particular request for it. And that's it. But I also think I'm gonna wrap the stream because I haven't built anything for the past 15 minutes. I think I'm just rambling here and I'm also a bit tired. The next step would be to start working on this layout and extend it from here. And that is going to take some time, and I have no time or energy to do that right now. So I think I'm gonna call it a day and recharge my batteries, and then not sure if I can stream this weekend, but if I can, I will schedule it with like 12 hours in advance, something like that. And yeah, oh, also something else. I've been working on a YouTube video. It's kind of a tutorial slash guide. It's kind of a secret. Not secret, but a surprise. So I'm not gonna reveal a lot more of that. I'm gonna try to finish it during this weekend. And it will hopefully be up, if not by this weekend, then earlier next week. I'm just gonna save the game before I forget. Hello, Hilif. Nice to have you here. Not sure if you have just showed up, but I'm about to end the stream, so you're 3 hours and a half late, unfortunately. But you can watch the replay of the live stream in my channel. So this is for anyone. So if you missed the stream or the previous stream, you can watch the replay on my channel if you want to. The layout will be a cool industry, as the name says. The layout, no, it's not. This is just the old name. I named it Coal Industries because it was placed right next to the small coal power plant, so that's why it had this name, but it's no longer necessary, so I can delete it. Thank you for another great stream. No problem, kids. Thank you for being here and keep me company. Okay, guys, so I think that's going to be it. Thank you so much for keeping me company on your valuable Friday night. And I hope to see you again on the next live stream. Can't wait to see what else you've been working on. Thanks for seeing me again so soon. No problem. I will continue to do so whenever I have the time. See you later, Fly Runner. See you later, Samuka. Thank you so much. Thank you, Keith. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Elif. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and I'll see you on the next live stream. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice rest of the evening. Bye-bye.